I'm here falsely accused for a 21-year-old warrant. And I tried to speak, and she acts like Judge Judy. She just constantly cuts you off, is threatening. And if you look at the TV show Judge Judy, this is how she acts, Judge. And I'm just being treated like I'm just a criminal. I'm supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? And I would like an investigation as to things that's been going on by the prosecutor's office because Kim Worthy and her subordinates are retaliating against me. There's actual proof. But she has an attitude like Judge Judy. She just cuts you off. And I'm just like, so when she kept doing it, this is when I objected and asked her to recuse herself.
Sir.
Colonel Michael McQuarrie, appearing in appropriate persona.
All right. To my understanding, sir, you filed a motion to have Judge Bryant disqualified.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's case might just take the crown for the most absurd sovereign citizen courtroom antics yet. We're looking at a man who turned what should have been a straightforward preliminary hearing into complete chaos. In his previous hearing, instead of cooperating, he launched into a long, confusing rant about the court not having jurisdiction over him. Classic sovereign citizen behavior. The situation got so messy that the judge actually stepped aside. This guy couldn't go 5 seconds without interrupting, thinking that talking over the judge would somehow make the legal system disappear.
From the case, Judge Bryant denied your motion, and essentially your motion was appealed up to the chief judge, which is me. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Okay. Argument.
Well, the argument is, sir, under Michigan Code of Judicial Conduct, the judge is in violation of Canon 1 and 2 because I'm here falsely accused for a 21-year-old warrant. And I tried to speak, and she acts like Judge Judy. She just constantly cuts you off, is threatening, so far as be quiet, like, Canon 2, it says public confidence in the judiciary is eroded by irresponsible or improper conduct by judges. A judge must avoid all impropriety and appearance of impropriety. A judge must expect to be the subject of constant public scrutiny. A judge must therefore accept restrictions on conduct that might be viewed as burdensome by the ordinary citizen and should do so freely and willingly, Judge. And I come into court very respectful. I'm a 51-year-old man, and I respect the system. But I'm feeling that I'm being given, disrespect. I'm being silenced. I have a right under the free speech to petition the court for redress of grievances and things of that nature. And if you look at the TV show Judge Judy, this is how she acts, Judge. Totally wrong. And she asked me, what did I want to do with the case? I said, I would like to challenge jurisdiction because I went to prison in 2002 for 15 years and 8 months. They had under the rule is, I believe, for misdemeanors 40-something days, for felonies is 6 months. So I request that the prosecutor prove its authority in bringing these charges so late. And I have been home 6.5 years, productive in the community, no problems, and I'm trying to do right, Judge. I made past mistakes when I was a young man. And I'm just being treated like I'm just a criminal. I'm supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? So I'm not trying to disrupt this court. I'm not trying to cause you guys hardships or anything, things of that nature. And my due process is being violated, Judge. That's all. I want to just get this case so it wouldn't be left alone. I'm a grandfather. I have children. And their DPD has retaliated against me, Judge. And I know this is a Detroit police court. And I would like an investigation as to things that's been going on by the prosecutor's office because Kim Worthy and her subordinates are retaliating against me. There's actual proof. At this point, I don't know if you're familiar with Bill Proctor. He's representing me in this matter and another matter so far as investigations for years of, hardships and tyranny committed against me by the system here in Wayne.
It's frustrating, embarrassing, and yes, strangely entertaining. Now you tell me, does he have a point, or is this just pure clown behavior? Let's dive in. His main argument is basically, the prosecutor wants to send me back to prison, but I'm a grandpa now. Can't you just let it slide? Seriously? Being a grandfather doesn't erase past charges. The judge isn't running a family reunion. She's running a courtroom. Just because someone has gray hairs and cute grandkids doesn't mean they're above the law. The The judge's job is to make fair decisions based on facts.
So this is all I want, a fair shake judge, a judge who's going to give me due process and give me what I'm entitled to according to law. And that's it, sir.
Okay. Ms. Ritter, would you like to respond in any way?
Judge, the only response that people have is that this is a case from 2002. It's a misdemeanor assault and battery case. Judge, from my recollection of the prior hearing with Judge Bryant, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it was an arraignment process. And as the court was trying to proceed with the process, I do remember Mr. McCreary interrupting the judge while she was trying to make the record. But the people have not gotten to the point where, because Mr. Carnell was disruptive during the proceedings, the people didn't get to the point where there was another pretrial date set where the people could actually see if we're able to move forward on this 2002 case, Judge.
I have a rebuttal.
Yes.
Okay, Judge, I would like you, if it's possible, I know you guys are on Zoom, so you should have access to recordings of these hearings and things of that nature. I believe that the prosecutor just fabricated facts to you because I was not rude to this lady. All I asked her is, she said, what do you want to be done with this case? I said, I would like to challenge jurisdiction. And Michigan and federal law requires once jurisdiction is challenged, it must be proven. How is it that the prosecutor knows statute of limitations? They're licensed. I'm not licensed. I've studied for years in prison. And they don't know that there's a statute of limitations. This is vindictive prosecution because of my complaints against Kim Worthy, Your Honor. And the record will reflect the evidence. And I object to her statements.
All right. Court having had a chance to hear the arguments of the moving party, as well as the arguments of the prosecutor. The moving party is asking for a recusal or to have Judge Bryant disqualified based on Michigan Canons 1 and 2, based on that she is biased, as well as is not allowing a person to be able to basically argue their case. The moving party is stating that he wants to challenge jurisdiction and that he was not allowed to do so. The prosecutor is stating that there was only a proceeding at an arraignment and that the prosecution hasn't even got to the point where they have established whether they want to move forward with the case, but that was not allowed to happen because in their view, there was disruption in the court and there was a breakdown. The moving party is disputing that. He's saying that I could go to the video or the tapes to dispute that. At this time, the court is going to
not emotions. Try and play the grandpa card, as a legal defense is lazy at best. What do you think? Is he making sense, or just hoping to guilt the judge into ignoring the charges? Here's the real kicker. The judge was actually about to give him a break. This case had been dormant for 22 years. All he had to do was answer a few questions calmly, and he might have walked out with the case dismissed. But no, he decided to pull out the sovereign citizen playbook, arguing about jurisdiction like it would impress anyone or change the outcome. It's amazing how some people can take the simplest legal situations and turn them into total chaos just by refusing to cooperate. If he had just said less, he might have walked away with nothing, but instead, he talked himself into more trouble. Was he clueless? Or did he think he could outsmart the court? You tell me. The chief judge is definitely going to need...
The court is not going to make a decision at this point. I am going to pull the tape, pull the transcript. I'm going to make a decision very quickly on this. I'm not going to let this continue. And even based on, the court does have an opinion probably on the likelihood of prosecution on a 21-year-old case. So we're going to come back on, we're going to come back on July 6th at 10 a.m. Please check your schedule, sir.
May I also, you say July 6th, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
May I also, if I may,
check your schedule first. Check your schedule to see are you available for that time.
I'm available. I'm stuck here on tether, sir. I'm available at any time you guys want me to.
Okay. All right. Well, put on your schedule for 10 o'clock on July 6th.
Okay, can I say one more thing? If you look at Crampton versus Michigan Department of State 395, Michigan 347 at 351, it says the United States Supreme Court disqualified judges and decision makers without a showing of actual bias in situations where experience teaches that the probability of actual bias on the part of the judge or decision maker is too high to be constitutionally tolerable. And I'm not saying like trying to attack Judge Brian or whatever else, but she has an attitude like Judge Judy. She just cuts you off. And I'm just like, so when she kept doing it, this is when I objected and asked her to recuse herself.
And sir, and again, as the chief judge, I don't have to have a showing of actual bias, but perceived bias, something in the fairness of justice. That is my
some time to process what happened. This man went all in, interrupting, spouting nonsense, acting like the rules didn't apply to him just because he watched a few online videos about common law. He probably thought he was about to deliver a courtroom mic drop, but all he did was make his own situation worse. If he had let the judge finish, the case might have been dismissed entirely. Instead, he went full sovereign citizen mode and ruined his own chance of freedom. This is a pattern with these cases. They walk into court thinking they found some legal loophole, only to be shocked when the judge doesn't throw their case out. They believe their homemade legal arguments will work, but in reality, that's not how the law functions. It's like trying to open a locked door with a spoon, confident, committed, but completely ineffective. And when it all falls apart, they blame the system instead of themselves. What do you think about this one? Did he ever have a real chance, or was it doomed from the start? Let me know in the comments. I post videos like this every day, so if you enjoy them, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.